Hi everybody, my name's Shelby. I'm here to give you a presentation today about the negative impact of budget cuts on today's military, specifically on the military families. So imagine that you come to work and all of a sudden you're told your kids can't go to the Child Development Center anymore. Where we buy our food is no longer going to be an option, and even where we get our medical and our dental care. Imagine all of this being cut from us in a matter of a few short months. And this is what the Department of Defense is projecting that they're going to be doing to many bases. So as we are all military spouses or work for Department of Defense in one way or another, this is going to have an effect on us. They're going to be cutting everything. As we all know, we all work for a government entity, so we've all seen the budget cuts that are coming. We all know they're coming, and we've all read the news. The Military Times has said that spending is going to hit the lowest point since it's been since 2008. So all our post-war time spending is going to be cut way back, whether it's higher rates for dental, higher rates for medical, commissary closures, or just cutting the selections that we have at the commissary. These are going to be some of the major things that are hit. Unfortunately, as a family, we're going to be hit, but our active duty personnel are also going to be hit in some major ways. The Military Times has said that within the next year, 1% or per the 1.8% decrease in military spending will hit our active duty members. So with that, pay is going to stay the same or be drastically lower than what most of the military members have expected. Almost a 1% difference from what's expected and what's in the civilian world and what is actually going to happen with our military members. Also, per spousebuzz.com, the Army is going to be reducing their size from over 520,000 individuals that are actively participating in the military to 490,000. The Marine Corps, since we're all very tightly knit with the Marine Corps, we're going to be looking from going from 190,000 active duty personnel down to below 180,000. Now, the Military Times says that this is per budget cuts, but also that the number of battalions, so the number of big units that we have, will be decreasing from 25 to 23 throughout the next couple of years. So there's going to be whole battalions that will be eliminated within the Marine Corps directly, which affects all of us. Mr. Hale at the Huffington Post said this can be said as a good thing for corporate America, maybe not the active duty members themselves or us as family members, but this could be a golden opportunity for corporate America to get skilled, highly motivated personnel, because hundreds of thousands of people will not be able to extend their careers in the military throughout the multiple branches. Also, the troops are going to be looking at cutting BAH. So the money that we take home, that we depend on, will be cut. What they're going to be looking at doing is, again, for the Military Times, they're going to be doing a 6% cut in BAH. What they're trying to do is to separate that where we have lower income areas and higher income, so that your higher income areas will not be the ones that are hit the hardest, where they are required to pay more out of pocket. So like here in Iwakuni, where we have very high BAH, they're trying to make sure that we can still pay our bills while being affected by the budget cuts. The commissaries are also going to be affected. They are going to, right now it takes about $1.4 billion to run the commissaries every year as a whole. So the DECA Commissary Company as a whole requires $1.4 billion. Unfortunately, they are only going to be allocated $400 million by Department of Defense. And Spousebuzz was saying that $1 billion has to come from somewhere. So they are going to have to make up that money with less facilities, less staff, and less selection to meet those budget cuts. So we're going to be seeing those as shoppers, and in some cases as employees of the commissary. We're going to be seeing that a lot, where our selection is reduced, where our prices could increase up to 20% on our normal household items. And as a military family, we all know that we all clip coupons, we all watch our budget, and we all try and make sure that we have what we need for our families. This military life is hard enough without having to worry about the grocery bill. TRICARE, which is our medical and dental provider, will also have their costs going up. Where overseas we won't be affected as much because we don't have options. But this will be more for back in the States. Your active duty personnel, their out-of-pocket costs could be looking at doubling on your medical and your dental. Where TRICARE has said that you would be paying a couple $100 out of pocket during the fiscal year, could be going up to $300 and $400 just because of the TRICARE changes. Now, with the budget cuts, which are going to total by 2015 about $37 billion, Department of Defense wide, we're going to be seeing a lot of changes. Our spouses, our active duty friends, they're going to experience these changes and might be forced to transition to the civilian workforce. But we're going to see these changes. With these changes, we're part of the military. We understand change is everything. We have to change, we have to stay relevant. And military families are always good with dealing with difficulty, with stress, with incidents that pop up, because that's how it is. And we can overcome these issues. These cuts, we can all survive. We can make it work, because we always do. As the Marines always like to say, semper gumby, or always flexible. So as a military family, we are going to have to be flexible. There you go.